What's up, guys? Quick video for you today. I'm going to show you how to swap your key fob over to the injection fob by AJT Designs for our 2022 Toyota Tundra. I decided to go with the Lunar rock casing to match the TRD Pro behind us. I'll give you a good look at that. I also got two different color sets of screws. I got a black set and a red set. We're going to try both of them out, see which one we like better. I'm thinking maybe the red, since the TRD Pro has red accents on it, but we'll see. We'll check them both out. I'll walk you through the entire process. Let's get started. So here's what you get from AJT. You get the casing itself. We went with the Lunar rock, as we mentioned. You get a bag of, it comes with the Allen key to do it. I don't know if you can see the red and black set of screws that we got in there. They're only like $3 a set or something like that, so I figured I'd get both colors. We'll give them a shot. And then the key, the actual keys themselves, you can get black or red. Now they do send a black, or I'm sorry, a black panic and a red panic, but the other buttons you could also get in red as well. If you go to their website, you can choose red for the rest of them. Okay, so you get all your buttons in there, and then you just get a little decal also in the pack. In order to do this, we're just going to go to the factory fob, flip it over. There's a button right here. Slide that button over, and your key, get my finger in there, your key comes out like that. Set the key aside. We'll be putting that into the new fob. Your factory fob, all you do is come to the spot where the key was, and it just simply pulls apart that easily. We're only going to need, from inside here, we're going to need this little gasket here in my right hand. This piece of the original fob we'll set aside. We no longer need that. And then on the back side of the factory, we of course need the board that has the battery in it. So we'll set that there. But then we also have to take out, I'll try to get it close to the camera. You can see the little spring right here. It's very simple to take this out. I would do this over a table or somewhere where you can't easily lose it, just in case, but it's pretty simple. So right here, hopefully you can see it in the video, there's a little tab right there by my fingernail. All you're going to do is pull this tab back towards yourself, and then you'll be able to take the spring out. So I'm pulling this tab, that really small tab, I'm pulling that back, and then the spring I'm going to push forward and pop it out. Okay, and again, this usually doesn't go flying, but just make sure you're somewhere, so you don't want to lose it. All right, so then it comes out like this. Spring is attached to that. Now we no longer need this piece anymore, so we'll set that aside. Save this piece. We're going to install it into the new fob. So we're now ready to put the pieces into the new fob. So you're going to take your spring, and you can see how it's oriented. It's got a little tab on the one side. That's going to be facing you. We're going to take the back of the AJT fob, and in this area right here, you can see how it kind of lines up. I'll get it as close to the camera as I can. So we're just going to put the spring in that little slot, push it in, and it'll go down into that recessed area. Okay, very easy to do. All right, so then we go to the front of the AJT fob, and you can see lock goes on top, unlock is second, the tailgate button is third, and then the panic is last. Again, I'm going to go with the red panic. They do send the black panic as well. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to use the red. They also send two different buttons for the gate, for the tailgate. I'm going to use the one that just says gate. All right, they also send this one that says gate and AC hold. I'm honestly not even sure what that means, but we're going to go with these ones. So very simple. All you're going to do is flip them over, line them up in the appropriate spot, lock on top, unlock is next, gate is third, panic is last. So then we're going to take the gasket, and it'll only go in there one way. If you try to put it in upside down, it's just not going to work. So you just set this down in there, and you can actually see there's little grooves that line up with grooves on the silicone gasket. So we're just going to pop that in there, kind of tuck it down in. Then we'll take our chip, our board, and you want the battery facing up to you. You can see on the other side there's the actual buttons that when you push. So you want the battery facing you. I'm going to set it down in there. Once you have that lined up, just take the rear, set it on there. We can flip it over, make sure the buttons look all aligned. They should. It really only goes in one way. So let's start out with the red, and then I'll give you a look at the black screws as well. So this is very simple. I'm not going to show this on camera. You're just simply going to put in 4 red screws in the 4 corners. I'll do that real quick, and then I'll actually, before we even, let me do that first, and then I'll show you the key slides into this fob as well. So let me put the red screws in here real quick. One thing to note here, guys, is when you're tightening these screws, do not use any kind of thread locker or anything like that. AJT is very clear on that. It will eat right through the plastic. The other thing is you want to snug these screws up, but don't go crazy. You're dealing with plastic. They don't have to, you don't have to go really cranking them in there. You'll end up cracking the plastic. All right, so here we have the red. So I like it, but we're going to try the black just to see which one we like more. So the factory key will slide into the bottom, just like on the factory fob. On the back, you can see the AJT has the same little slider button. You should be able to push it back and forth pretty smoothly, and mine's working pretty good there. So take the key, slides in, and you could actually, I don't know if you heard that click, but it'll click right into place. You want to take your key out, come to the back, and I have no fingernails. That's one thing I wish maybe that was actually a little bit sticking out a little bit better to get a little grasp on it, but I mean, it's pretty easy to do. No real complaint there, but it's kind of not recessed, but flush. So you got to get your fingernail down in there to slide that button over to take your key out. But honestly, I very rarely take my actual key out of the fob anyway. Doesn't really matter. Let me put the black screws in real quick. I'll give you a look at that. Let me know what you think. Which one do you like better? All right, so here it is with the black screws. So tell me what you think down below. I know this is nothing life-altering, but which color do you like better in there? I'm not actually sure. I like the black, but I kind of like the red just because the TRD Pro has those red accents. So I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think down below. All right, guys, it's that easy to swap over to the AJT fob for the 2022 Tundra. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, let me know. Put them down below. We'll get them addressed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.